Hello, my name is Daphne Heathers and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can spend some interpersonal care on your relationship or friendship or what have you. This doesn't have to be relationship related. It could be that you want to assess your friendship status and put more time in your friendships or whatever relationship you think needs your attention. So if you are in a relationship with a partner, then you can use the same method. So before I get started, I wanted to go over some credentials I have for why I'm posting this video. So I'm an anthropology major, which means I study humankind and I study relations among humans, and my major does include some psychological aspects and a lot of sociological aspects in it. It's kind of an all-encompassing major, and I actually have a video on that on my channel. It should be linked below in the description. And so other credentials are research skills, because I do have to do a lot of research for papers since I'm in an undergrad program, and I do plan on going into a master's program as well. But yeah, I do have a lot of research experience behind me, and of course innovation. So I used all of this knowledge that I have to create this method or template. And then some potential topics you could use for this method are listed here. You don't have to use these exact ones. You can use different ones depending on your life or who you're doing this with. So if you're doing this with a friend, you may not need financial challenges, for example. So just something to keep in mind. And again, you don't have to use all of these topics. These are suggestions. And I'm going to actually go through them one by one here on my Notion template. So I'm going to lay this out on a Notion template. You don't have to use Notion. You can use a notebook or Google Documents or Google Slides, PowerPoint, or Excel, either the Microsoft version or Google. It's up to you, but for those who choose Notion, I will show you how to set it up on this software / template. So basically you can just title it something. You can companion check-in or relationship check-in or friendship check-in, whatever you want. And then you can add an icon to just pick one. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want, you can create it and customize it to what you prefer. So that's kind of what it can look like. And then what I recommend doing is setting your heading and a date. So let's say you're doing this today. And we're going to, you don't have to do this. This is, again, just a suggestion. So you can just color it any color. And then whatever heading you want. You can do 2. You can do 3. And then you type in your main point. So it could be where you stand. It could be what you could maybe make the main point about something that you are wanting to really hone in on and focus on. So if it's, financial issues, or if it's an interpersonal issue you want to kind of focus in on, then you could put that, whatever that may be. And then we're going to come down here and add a table. And we are going to have 7 rows. 7. Okay. And we are going to fill in this top row here. All of the topics. Are listed in what I listed earlier in the PowerPoint slide. Okay, and you can color this row if you would like. You want. And then you can also create another table for the other person and they can fill it out. You can share it with them or you can fill it out together as you're going over it, however you want to do that. And so for what you envision, if this is a relationship check-in, you could put, I envision, I don't know, whatever it is that you envision, maybe you want to know why, like why are we in this relationship? And kind of go over it. And then you could add a note too as well. You could do I feel like we are going down the same path. Just a bullet point, and you can discuss it further if you want to discuss that. And yeah, just however you want to set this up. So an example for interpersonal challenges would be something like, my communication needs work. And you can discuss, in depth why you think it needs work. And that way you show that you are aware of your flaws and you're trying to work on them, because the opposing side may feel you're not, we're trying to work on it, or you don't see it, or something like that. So, but again, this is just a template. It's an example. You don't have to go by this exactly. In fact, you can switch it. You can go interpersonal and then intrapersonal. But I thought it would be a good break, depending on how long your discussion is for the first one, to kind of talk about yourself a little bit and not a lot of the external issues going on. So for interpersonal, you could mention, I feel I give more in this relationship or friendship, whatever it may be. And then for external challenges, you might say, I have to work 12 hours a day. And this is bothering me because XYZ. And then for financial challenges, if this applies to you, you could say, my bills are stressing out, which is affecting XYZ. And then once you're done with everything, and you can list more than one, you don't have to just list one, you could list multiple things. I might do that here. So for your life's journey, you might say, I want to obtain a master's degree in said field, and I want to work in XYZ state, and I want to make, or I plan on making XYZ amount for my job. So then what you could do is you could do this a couple of different ways. One person could go over what they envision, their interpersonal challenges and so forth, and then the other person do the same. What I recommend doing is one person going over what they envision and the second person going over what they envision and then discussing that one topic. And keep doing that down the line. And then for book, this is optional, but if you are both trying to work on this friendship or relationship, whatever it is, with each other, you could recommend a book to read. And or I don't have one off the top of my head for friendships, but for relationships, 5 Love Languages is popular, so you could read that together. And then you can have this check-in about every quarter and see where you are and see what you've learned and see what has changed. So for the final, what I would do is just put final conclusion and then do the same thing, just edit, and you can color it or not color it, whatever you want to do. And then you can just type in what the conclusion is. I would recommend for each topic, if it's hard to have really a conclusion for interpersonal challenges, for example, because the conclusion there is I need to work on XYZ. So there's not really a conclusion that you have to write down, but if you are just that organized and would prefer to write it down, you can. So you can write down, envision, just to kind of know which topic you've concluded with what. We want to achieve a big traveling goal or business goal, and then you can, this one, the interpersonal challenges, and you can, for external challenges, you could say, I need to get another job, or a job search for a career that gives me XYZ. And, financial challenges, the conclusion there could be, paying more attention or giving more effort, budgeting, and life's journey. We want to live in the same state and work for XYZ business or own our own whatever. So this is what I recommend doing, and then after the first time, for the conclusion, you could add the book and what you've concluded. You could say, for example, I am love language 1 and my partner is love language 2, and it means, or which means we need to work more on XYZ. So I hope this helped, and let me just, okay, and so hopefully this gives you some ideas, and And yeah, this is kind of what it would look like. And like I said, you don't have to go by this exactly. You can change it. You can take some out. It just depends on which relationship you're wanting to put more attention and effort into, and where you're wanting to put more of your time, and just a lot of factors there. So I hope this helped, and if it did, please give this video a like and comment below, and give me some feedback, especially if you tried it. Let me know how it went, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.